All right, y'all, let's have a quick little conversation about what some actors, some Game of Thrones actors have said about if they would reprise their role in the Jon Snow prequel series, and maybe some fun stuff about House of the Dragon at the end. Let's get into it. So apparently this article came out a while back and I did not even see it, notice it, or anything, but I thought it was interesting, and I thought that I just really want to see what you guys think of this. So it says Arya Stark herself has weighed in on the series, of course, the series meaning the Jon Snow prequel series, with actress Maisie Williams saying of her on-screen brother and off-screen pal, "Everything surrounding the story of Game of Thrones is very exciting. We had such a rich show, and there's still so much story to tell. I think it's really exciting, and I think that Kit is such a phenomenal actor. Him playing Jon Snow was just like a cultural reset. I think everything that he touches is magic, and I'm excited to see what it's going to be." Though she didn't say it in so many words, it sounds like Williams may be open to reprising her role as Arya Stark. She wouldn't be the only Thrones alum open to returning. Of course, we got Brienne of Tarth herself. She survived the bloody series, and of course Gwendolyn told Newsweek, "Brienne of Tarth is incredibly close to my heart, and I would relish any opportunity to revisit her. I believe she is enduring." Similarly, John Bradley, who played John's best buddy Samuel Tarly, left the door open, telling Digital Spy, "I haven't spoken to anybody about the potential Jon Snow prequel, but if somebody wants to send a script my way, I'd be interested to read it. But don't look for Jon Snow's aunt/lover Daenerys Targaryen anytime soon." When asked if she'd reprise the role, Emilia Clarke told The Hollywood Reporter, "No, I think I'm done." Now, Emilia, I understand. Sweetie, I really understand. I can only imagine how traumatic that is, 10 years of your life going to this show, and writers do that shit. I can understand why you're just I don't even want to look at another Game of Thrones advertisement. I don't even want to see myself on screen. I don't want to see none of that shit. I get it. But I really hope that I don't know, child, if Kit Harington finds a way for Daenerys' character to come back in a way that is sensible and can kind of maybe clean up something, bitch, I don't know, maybe tell her she was possessed by something, maybe tell the audience she was possessed by something or something, and then maybe have her, I don't know, or maybe let her just come back. If we're doing the villain thing, let her just come back fully evil, whatever, Lady Stoneheart tease, like I said before, and just burn some shit up. I don't know. Either way, I totally get Emilia Clarke's nah. She's nah, I'm done with that shit. Oh, girl, I every day I wake up, I'm going to, you know how some religious people pray every day that they wake up? Every day that I wake up, I look up into the sky and I say this, if I am on the Truman Show, please do not let Dan and Dave write my character. Listen, that's all you got to say, and it would be so. It's like a magic potion that will protect you from dumb shit, So I completely understand Emilia Clarke being "Yeah, girl, I think that y'all got that. But we talking about Samuel Tarly, we talking about Brienne, we talking about Arya Stark. I just would really, really love to see, especially if Kit Harington and the rest of these actors were not satisfied with the way that this show ended. I would love to see them be yo, you know what? We coming back. We doing what we got to do to try and fix what happened. But I would love to know. I would really love to know. Because I'm just presuming, right? But I would really love to know for sure what the actors thought of the last season. And I'm sure we might never know that for sure, unless we're talking about the way that Emilia Clarke and them reacted on that one red carpet interview where they're just "Oh, so what about this ending of Game of Thrones?" And then Emilia Clarke was "Best season ever," or "Best ending ever." I forget which one she said. So unless it's things like that, I feel like we won't really know for sure what these actors felt about the ending. But the fact that we're getting we might be getting a Jon Snow, or it's already in development, Jon Snow prequel series. It's just there's so many possibilities. Right? But I would love to hear what y'all think they should do with these characters, if it is possible that they will be back in the show. I just feel like it would be really just counterintuitive to have all these actors from Game of Thrones who want to be back on the show, who are alluding to like carrying on with the series with Jon Snow. Like, I think it would just be really weird if they don't include at least some of the actors who want to be, you know what I mean, right? So it's just, I would love to see Brienne just come back and say, hey, guess what? The end of my story is not finishing this Kingslayer sister fucker's book at the end of his life. That's not what I'm going to do. But the end of my story does not involve me standing outside in my pajamas crying about some incestuous man going back to his damn sister. Like, that's what Brienne of Tarth swings swords and chops heads off. That's what Brienne does. I would love to. And of course, I just feel like, is it possible to have a Jon Snow story or sequel without Samwell Tarly in that shit? Like, they are literally best friends, and I understand that they might be in different parts of it, but it's just like, I really think they should and probably will include, you know, some of these. It would just make so much sense. It would make so much sense. But and then we get to see what this man did after he didn't kill the rightful queen. Hey, Jon Snow, so what are you doing with your life now that you killed the rightful queen of the Seven Kingdoms? Daenerys Targaryen, first of her name, the Breaker of Chains, Mother of Dragons, or a dragon, now that she apparently was not able to see Euron's fleet of ships from how many hundreds or thousands of fucking feet in the goddamn air. Like, how do you go about living your life? Also, now that Arya is just, she can change faces, she can do all type of crazy shit. And she's exploring now different lands. It would be so cool to see what she's up to. But of course, this all has to be tied together by something, by a threat, by, you know, a story that you can track throughout all the characters. It has to come together for some specific reason. Obviously, they showrunners know that. It's like I feel like you know that, right? So I'm just wondering what they would do. And it's just also, since the show is so far ahead of the books, at least at this time, I wonder which direction they would take the story. But either way, I also wanted to show you this other article because I just thought it was funny. It's not really like a huge deal, but it's just funny. House of the Dragon stars on advice from Game of Thrones cast and a literal fight for the Iron Throne. The battle for the Iron Throne is once again at the center of Game of Thrones prequel, House of the Dragon. It turns out the fight was just as contentious off screen as on. Paddy was so possessive. Star Eve Best reveals, it says here that Paddy apparently took his role so seriously that he kept his fellow actors away from sitting on the throne between shots. It was like it was his, confirmed Steve Toussaint at the show's premiere in Los Angeles on Wednesday. At one point I said to him, because my character has a throne too, but it's nowhere near that. I said, you can sit on mine if I can sit on your, and he was like, nah. Olivia Cook, whose character becomes the queen, said even she was restricted from throne access. She said, as soon as I saw the throne in rehearsals, I ran straight up to it and plonked my ass on it. But on set, Paddy was quite territorial, so when he wasn't looking, I'd do a quick sit. And although he wasn't specifically scolding them, she said it was just an aura, just a feeling that you got, like, okay, maybe don't go up. Eve Best teased that she finally got her chance to sit on the iconic seat during Comic-Con, where HBO had set up a replica for fans. Toussaint, though, was thwarted by Paddy once more at the San Diego pop-up. He said he shifted me again. I was shooting it, and then he walked up with that big grin of his, and I was like, okay, I'll leave. So of course, in the next part of the article, they're just talking about like speaking to cast, like House of the Dragon cast, speaking to Game of Thrones cast, and just like learning from them. They talk about them wigs, them Targaryen wigs, and I was just like, that's hilarious. But I just thought that was funny that you know, y'all can laugh with me because, like, imagine this actor acting as the king, like really telling you to get up out of his seat. That's like, he's really King Viserys. Like, I'll be like, okay, I'll get up. Shit, damn. And I would be teasing him too, because I'm like, now, sir, how long are you actually gonna be sitting on this seat though? Like, let's talk about that. Like, how long are you actually gonna be able to do this and sit on the seat like this? But I don't know. It's funny. It's cute. The fact that the cast seem to be having, of course, like if the cast had bad relationship with each other, they would not publicize the shit, right? But like still, like the fact that it seems so cute and so fun, and like the cast really fuck with each other, and you know they know what they doing. They like it. Just I just feel like this show's gonna be really cool. Like I already know that a lot of content creators, like really big ones, who've been doing this kind of work for a minute, or just big ones in general, have had the chance to see the first episode of House of the Dragon already. And so like more and more stuff is coming out. I'm not really one of those YouTubers or content creators that likes to talk about leaks at all. Like in general at all. Like I mean, it could be about music, it could be about shows or TV or anything. Like I don't really talk about leaks. So if you're looking for that, I'm not really that kind of girl for you, but I will definitely talk about like official releases. Maybe I could even talk about some rumors, but I'm just like, I'd like to see what the artists, what the showrunners, musicians, writers, whatever, want us to see when they want to see it, when they want us to see it, and how they want us to see it. I also don't like being spoiled about shit, right? So I'm not that kind of leak kind of person. But at the same time, like if there's a specific rumor that's not too leaky or not too crazy to talk about or not too revealing of what's going on in the show, I might address it. But for the most part, I'm very much official releases. I'll talk about what's actually about to happen, actually happening on the shows. But yeah, that's it. But we're getting closer and closer, y'all. We're getting closer and closer to seeing these dragons. We're getting closer and closer to seeing these dragons, y'all. We get closer and closer. I cannot wait. Thank y'all so much for checking out the video. Love y'all so much, and I will catch y'all later.